Welcome into Bengals Breakdown. After yet another 0-2 start to a season, the Bengals come up short against the Baltimore Ravens. Perhaps most concerningly, there's more Joe Burrow injury concern. We will break that all down. We will also be live for Monday Night Football this week, so make sure you guys are subscribed for more free Bengals videos all throughout the week and for Monday Night Football as well. Help us reach that goal of 4,500 subs before kickoff. And then during the game, let's get to 5,000. Wouldn't that be nice? Hit that sub button for more Bengals updates. Let's get to Joe Burrow then. He said he re-aggravated his calf injury after that touchdown throw against T. Higgins. So the final offensive play that the team was out there for, pulled it, whatever, strained it, whatever word we want to use there. Tweaked it, maybe is proper terminology there, in the late fourth quarter of that game. Said it was sore after the game, didn't know what that meant moving forward, didn't use it as an excuse for a loss. Bengals do have an extra day of prep because their next game is on Monday Night Football. Here's what Burrow said post-game. I just tweaked it a little bit again. We're going to have to wait and see. I'm not sure how it's going to feel the next couple of days. It's pretty sore right now, but no telling how it's going to feel. So then we're going to take it day by day. He was asked, was it a setback? Is it going to cost time? He goes, I don't know. It's tough to tell. Let's look in the future and see that. I'm doing everything I can to get healthy and get that thing the way I need it so I can go out and perform the way I need to win. We'll see. I don't like the we'll see. That always makes me anxious. Now, the plan, per both Joe Burrow and head coach Zac Taylor, was that Burrow was going to return to the football game. That had the Bengals gotten a stop on defense, Burrow was going to come back out there. He never got the chance. Now, my suspicion is probably this morning it's feeling worse. The adrenaline wears off. The hamstring will tighten up overnight, or the calf will tighten up overnight. It's not as fun. This is troubling. It is troubling to open the year 2-0 to have your quarterback now battling it's lingering. This is a lingering injury. That's what this is right now. Your offense has not looked very good. They started to get better in the second half of that game against the Ravens, and now Joe Burrow's hurt again. I don't like that. So what is your concern level in the moment over the Joe Burrow injury? It's today's pinned comment, so if the ad comes here on YouTube, take advantage. Head down there, scale it for me from 1 to 10. 1? No, what injury? 10, you're in full-on meltdown mode, season's over. It's probably somewhere in the middle. The ad comes on YouTube. Take advantage and go vote. I'm at maybe a 5, which maybe might be a bit higher than most people. It would be lower if you weren't 0-2. It is not a season-ending injury, but this might be a long, lingering one. Right when your offense started to look better, you started to look more like the Bengals offense we've seen in years past. It was becoming very similar to last year's 0-2 start where, we'll get to the 0-2 stuff here in a little bit, but your offense was getting going a little bit. They were starting to click. They were having some more success. They were moving the football. Joe Mixon actually, again, I thought played pretty well. Right as the offense starts to look better, Joe Burrow starts to dial it in outside of that terrible interception he threw. Well, now he's injured again. It's not great. It's not a great outcome. You're even not, just ignore the paying of Joe Burrow. Your offense is built around him being a top 5 quarterback. He has not been a top 5 quarterback this year. Now the calf is going to linger. That is troubling for Cincinnati. An 0-2 start is bad. The Bengals did it last year. They were the only team in the past 4 or 5 years. I forget the exacts. I'll have it for our preview. Only team to start 0-2 and still make the postseason. Well, you got to get going now, fellas. You have to go win football games. You're asking again for a very strong finish. You had a chance, put yourself in position to get that coveted number 1 seed. I don't want to go to Arrowhead. I don't want to go to Buffalo in the winter. I'm down to go to Miami in the winter, but I would rather be at home, be in Cincinnati. Well, you're 0-2. You can pretty much kiss your chances of that number 1 seed goodbye. Now it's about finding a way to make the playoffs because you're already down 2 games in division. It's a bad start for Cincinnati. No way around it. Now, today's show is made possible in part by BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code CHAT125 for a 125% deposit bonus. $100 down, minimum to get the deposit bonus, by the way, means $125 in your account for free to bet with. That's okay if you're betting on the Bengals back-to-back weeks. Yeah, you still got plenty leftover money. By the way, maybe a promising sign for Burrow's Week 3 status. The Bengals are a 3.5-point favorite. They would not be favored even at home if Burrow wasn't going to play. So the early lines indicate they think Joe Burrow will be out there for Week 3. Overreaction Monday. So some other concerns I have right now about this Bengals team. Much like last year, it's the offense and Zac Taylor's general concern. You threw it 41 times. Why didn't you give Joe Mixon the ball more? I know the game script wasn't great, but it was a one-score game at the half. Why'd you get away from it? Joe Mixon has actually run the ball, I think, pretty well. 13 carries, 59 yards. How about give the ball a little bit more? Like, he's been a sub-4 yard per carry guy, and he's been a 4.5 yard per carry guy against the Ravens, and he ran it pretty well, about, I think it was 4.3 or whatever, per carry against the Browns. Give him the football more. The offense has been slow to start several years in a row. Zac Taylor's shown he can make adjustments. That is great. I need to see more. I need to see him start hot. It's the same team. It's the same team, and you can't start hot? That's like the benefit of having continuity, and you're not getting the benefits out there. The Bengals lit up teams in empty formations last year. Why are they not running them? Is it the calf? Maybe for Burrow, but why'd you get away from that? Do you not have any more competent under center runs? Again, is it the calf? Maybe. But you got to figure this out, Zach. You have to be better. So grade Zac Taylor as the Bengals play caller. We'll say so far this year only. A, B, C, D, or F. Sound off in the comments section. Other concerns. Number 2 is your run defense. Not just your defense in general. The Ravens just moved the ball at will, it felt like. They had way more time of possession. They were 9 of 14 on third downs. You had them in a 2nd and 20, and you couldn't get off the field. The run defense, look at my notes here, 37 carries by Baltimore, 178 yards. They had a 20-yard run. They were getting 3 4-yard chunks, felt like, every single play. You're not going to win football games doing that. You have to be better on run defense. Lamar Jackson was efficient. He was slicing and dicing. And the Bengals were lucky. There were multiple big runs by Lamar negated by holding calls. He busted 2 or 3 in that fourth quarter alone. And then you have a chance to get a victory. You know, the Ravens in that game had 75-yard score, 26-yard field goal, a punt, a field goal, a touchdown, a punt. You finally got your stop on defense, right? You march down the field, 80-yard scoring drive. Ravens football, 3:28 to go. And the Ravens get a 3rd and 3, first down scramble. 3rd and 1, up the middle, ball game. You had to get off the football field, and you didn't. You never gave your offense another chance. The Bengals defense has been a huge part of their success. I'm pretty disappointed. I'm not that mad in week 1. The game got out of hand late. But week 2, got to be better. Other concern number 3, Jamar Chase has to be better. Now, T. Higgins got himself on track. Happy for that. Jamar Chase targeted 8 times. He had 5 catches for 31 yards. A lot of short stuff, nothing longer than 13. And it was a great play by Rocky Sin. I'll give him credit. But they throw a back shoulder fade. It's Jamar Chase against Rocky Sin, a guy that's been a journeyman NFL corner who Jamar Chase should win those reps. You're not going to win 100%. You should win 70% of them. Red zone play, incomplete. Rocky Sin breaks it up. Chase does not come down with it. I need more than 31 yards from Chase. And this ties into our Zac Taylor conversation. This ties into our Joe Burrow conversation. Jamar Chase wants to be viewed as the top 3 receiver in the NFL. Top 3 receivers don't lose reps to Rocky Sin in the red zone. They don't catch 5 passes for 31 yards. That's play calling. That's coaching. That's Joe Burrow getting the ball seemingly extra quick. I'll have to go back and watch the All-22 to see if there was nothing there or if he was just getting antsy back there. I need more out of Chase. So what is your biggest concern for the Cincinnati Bengals right now? Sound off for me in the comments section. Go do it. A couple quick positive things. I want to end on a high note, right? Good job, T. Higgins. A big-time bounce-back effort. 8 catches, 89 yards, 2 scores. Happy to have that. How about Charlie Jones, too? Gave the Bengals offense some life, by the way, with his 81-yard punt return score. First one to do it, I think it was over 10 years or nearly 10 years, something like that. That was an awesome play there. Special teams gave the Bengals a chance, by the way, outside of some more not great punts from Brad Robbins. He can do better. A lot of 40s-yard punts. I also thought the O-line was better. A lot of quick game out of Joe Burrow, to be fair, but I thought the offensive line held up better against the Ravens. That bodes well for a team that I think is going to be getting better on offense each week, provided Joe Burrow's calf is not a problem. If you haven't already, hit that sub button right now.